senior night, but have the thoughts started shifting towards potentially playing or eventually playing your last home game here?
Nah, not yet. Still got that Minnesota game to focus on just before that. But for the most part, I still kind of just waiting for that moment where it all hits me that this is gonna be the end. This is the final home game. Whatever. I know we still got we got a lot of postseason and stuff like that with the Big Ten tournament, and then hopefully something after that. But for the most part, I wouldn't say it's hit me yet. Still trying to focus in on getting these last games out, getting these last couple of wins.
Do you remember the first time, whether it was Chris Harriman or whoever approached you and mentioned Nebraska?
Yeah.
Do you recall?
Yeah, I remember a phone call from Chris Harriman actually. Hearing his Australian accent over the phone, he's like, oh, yeah, Nebraska. I'm like,
What?
Yeah.
From where?
What are you doing over there? You're an Australian.
What was your?
Do you have any sense of what the place is about?
No clue. I had never heard of Nebraska. Didn't know it was a state, and then nothing like that. Got off the phone, Googled it straight away. I'm like, it's like right in the middle. I'm like, wow, like it's probably gonna be a desert or something. Like right in the middle. That's crazy.
When you look back, what sold you on it eventually? I mean, to travel halfway across the world to come to a place you hadn't even heard of before that phone call.
I mean, a lot of it had to do with it, just the fact that no one really knew about it. Well, I mean, where I was from, anyways, and I mean, it was a program that's on the rise. We just had a new coach in Tim Miles coming through, and we heard all these great things about Tim, building programs up, and he is, he's a great coach, and it was an opportunity of a lifetime to come play in the Big Ten. One of the best leagues, if not the best league in the nation, and just a chance, another challenge to prove myself, that I can play with, the best guys.
If I recall, you and your family made a visit like around shortly after Christmas time or in January before you.
Yeah, when the football team was playing the Big Ten championship, I think against Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah.
But after you guys kind of got the tour of the place.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of a family discussion did you have?
I mean, it was like, yeah, look, this is the spot. This is like, look at all these facilities. We can't pass up on this. We were pretty sold from the get go.
Okay.
It was opportunity. Just the coaches. It was, and Chris Harriman. Even just to have someone that was like, comes from the same part of the world that I'm from and really knows what knows the lifestyle I live and stuff like that over there. Just knew what it would be like for me.
What other schools were on your radar, like before Nebraska? Just curious.
I mean, my dad went to Hawaii, so I kind of always wanted to go to Hawaii, But for the most part, it was just, I mean, once Nebraska started recruiting me pretty hard, I was pretty kind of sold on Nebraska. Nah. It was too much travel for me. I couldn't do the flights were crazy, and I was gonna have to go between because I was still trying to pass the SAT and stuff. And I couldn't get that out of the way, so I was gonna have to fly back and forth. So I was.
What was? I mean, let me take us through those first few months. I mean, that's quite a shift, culturally, geographically, playing international ball to college basketball, American style. I mean, how big of just an overall life change was that for you, those first few months and maybe first few years?
It was a huge life change, from just going from, living with my mum downstairs to coming to living by myself not by myself, but when I first got here, I mean, before we moved into the dorms, we're living by ourselves and stuff, and it's an exciting step, and it's a huge life step, and it was a lot of fun. It was exciting, coming into a new country, new opportunity, a new place to play basketball. It was a lot of fun.
Was there anything that allowed you to help you make that adjustment and help you get comfortable?
Just the support from the coaches, especially Chris Harriman, guys like that. They made the transition a lot easier for me, I think. And probably couldn't have done it without guys like that around. Even all the support stuff. Whether it was Teddy and stuff like that. They all, 24/7 were on me. Just to hit them up if I had any problems or anything like that.
Was there a point when Nebraska finally felt like home? Or has it yet?
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska will always be my home. One of my homes. I feel like it's a great home environment. And it's a place I'll probably still come back to a lot. I know a lot of seniors always say that, sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back." Blah, blah, blah. But I really think Nebraska's got a real home feel to it. Wouldn't be surprised if you catch me around here.
When you've had some quiet moments, have you thought at all about how you've changed as a person, as a basketball player, since you've gotten here?
Definitely. You know, I look back and I look at those freshman games and stuff a lot. You know, probably more than I should. You know, dwell on the past and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, just to see the kind of, you know, player Nebraska, you know, molded me into, and you know, I'm proud of my entire journey, and just not even just the player, you know, just the man that I am today. You know, Nebraska kind of all sculpted that to make me who I am today, and I'm just proud of the way I turned out, stuck to it, you know.
On the court, what were those first couple years like as you're trying to find what you could do well here, what your role was, how to play at this level? I would say they were kind of like experimental. Experimental for me personally. You know, you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know. You know, especially those games. You know, I'm kind of just fighting. I'm fighting for all the playing time. You know, I get. You know, the little playing time that I was getting. You know, I was just. I wasn't getting a little. You know, from a freshman standpoint, I was getting a lot of playing time. But you know, you really want to prove yourself in those moments. You know, and you feel that, you know, there's a lot of pressure to you know, come out and produce, and just, you know, just do something, just you know, have that little bit of feeling, you know, do something good so you can feel good about yourself, you know. And it's all about confidence when you're a freshman, I think. So yeah.
I know you had some opportunities to potentially go back home and play professionally that you ended up turning down to stick this out.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you were close to really considering that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, after every season, you know, I would go home, you know, see my family and just tell them, you know, I'm like I don't know if I can do this anymore, you know. College might not be for me, you know. Maybe I'm better off just being home, you know. Luckily, they wouldn't let me quit, you know, and it would have been the easy way out to just go home, or to, you know, just to play professionally somewhere else. And I think, you know, I'm grateful that my family, you know, really made me stuck to it. Especially my mum, you know, she was determined that I was going to get the degree, you know. Like, there was no way around it, you know. I wasn't going to come.
Moms are pretty good at that.
Yeah. Luckily, I had mum around to keep pull my head in.
Was there a low point here, a point where you thought, man, this isn't happening, this isn't gonna work?
After my freshman season, I was kind of checked out. You know, I just wanted, you know, especially when we lost in that tournament. In the tournament, I remember just kind of being relieved that the season was over. You know, I'm no more. You know, I could just get back to, you know, working out and stuff, like getting better every single day. You know, it's tough to. It's tough to, you know, kind of focus on yourself and your own game in the season. You know, you want to be there for the team, you know, and I was just relieved that it was over and I could get back to work, you know. And that was probably the lowest point, you know, even outside of basketball. You know, I just kind of felt like I was letting, you know, my family down, kind of letting the team down, letting the coaches down who, you know, recruited me and just gave me this opportunity to come. You know, I just felt like I was letting a lot of people down. It was just killing me.
How did you kind of pull yourself out of that? Was it just getting back to work, like you said?
Yeah, just being back in the gym, you know, just me and, you know, a coach, you know, Harriman shot with me a lot, you know, times like that. You know, I was just grateful to have guys like that around me to, you know, to really just let me know, you know, there's always another season. You can always improve from here.
That shows your maturity, I think, the fact that you learned to give yourself permission that you don't have to be perfect. Is something you've learned, do you think? Here?
Yeah, definitely. You know, there's a lot of expectation, you know, especially from the fans, you know, and I think there's a lot of outside voices, you know, coming from all directions, and I think just that growth I had to, you know, to just shut those out and just focus in on the important things. I think, you know, it's just something that came with coming here and, you know, really growing up.
Talked about how defense was kind of a way for you to get on the court early. Was that kind of something that's always kind of been the focus of your game, or is that once you got in Nebraska, you realized, hey, this is what I need to do?
Yeah, nah, I never really, you know, took much pride in defense until I got here, you know, and like you said, defense was one of the things I felt like I could do at the level that I needed to be at, you know, and I mean, it was just that one thing I kind of could fall back onto and, you know, get the confidence from, you know, whether, you know, it was locking up guys and just, you know, and I'm just grateful that coaches were giving me opportunities, you know, throwing these guys, you know, the best guards in the Big Ten, they were throwing them at me night in, night out, you know, and it was, you know, a challenge inside the game, you know, and it's good for young guys to have that, you know, that one thing they can, you know, when everything else isn't going well, you know, I'm obviously not scoring the ball as well, or, you know, even
distributing the ball as well. So just to have something, I felt like I could do well at a high level was what kept me going.
And now, you're top scorer, top distributor, and you're still kind of taking on a lot of those tough defensive assignments despite playing 35, 38 minutes. Why have you still kind of stuck with that? I mean, a lot of other teams' top scorers, you think, they kind of let other guys take the defensive challenges.
Yeah, just didn't want to forget what what got me to this point, And the defense, it was the defense that got me where I am now. It's just about not forgetting, just not forgetting about what got you to the position you're in, And I'm just grateful that I was even, the coaches even stuck with me, recruited, obviously we recruited a bunch of guys, and a bunch of guys left, and had all these big recruits come through, and just for me to maneuver my way through it and end up where I am now, it's just awesome.
How difficult is it? How much does it take to be able to carry all that responsibility game in and game out? What do you need to do to kind of prepare yourself for that load?
It's a lot of responsibility, but I like the responsibility. I'd rather have the responsibility on myself. That way it feels like I'm only letting myself down if I'm not performing.
A lot of guys say that when they look back on their 4 years, they can't believe how fast it went. In some ways, for you, did you wonder if this was ever going to end?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Especially after that sophomore year, I felt like I put so much work in the summer and stuff, and I felt like I was starting. I felt like I was getting a lot better, and I felt like I was going to be ready for that sophomore year, and then just to see me having a real similar year was hugely discouraging. But what was the question again?
No, that's exactly what I was just. Some people think
just
it
did
goes
it feel
so
long?
fast,
Yeah,
but it was-
So
it
now
was tough
now
for
when
you.
I look back on it now, I'm like this was really a long ass journey. like to think where I was and to think where I am, and just thinking about the summers and everything I put into this. It's like crazy to think about like how long of a journey it really was. It was really a long 4 years. It was coming up 4 years.
Covered a lot of ground, not just geographically.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be here? What do you want people to remember when they think of Tai Webster?
Just someone who brought it every day, and someone that was a great person, off the court and on the court, but most importantly a great teammate, just someone, I've been in a lot of situations, and I like to think, I like to help the young guys out, especially, when I see them struggling. So just an all-around team guy, just a good dude, I guess.
Yeah. You got a favorite game or moment or something that you're gonna always look back on when you think about your college career?
Favorite moment? I don't think making it to the tournament was something special, but I wouldn't say I would be able to put my finger on one specific moment. I think the whole journey was just awesome. To think back, and I wouldn't have changed anything about it. It was an awesome journey to go. I felt like this is what college is about. You're supposed to come here, get your ass kicked for 2 years, maybe even 3, and then come out on the other side and shining. And it's awesome.
You've talked about the coaches and on the court and the work. Is there anybody off the court, friends, anybody like that kind of formed a support system for you here and kind of kept you?
Yeah, there's always people, hitting my phone and stuff like that on Twitter, messaging me, and even just fans I've never even met before, fans that don't even come to the games, just tell me that they watch me on TV every game, and just giving, just supporting me, not necessarily telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, what everyone says, but just good game. Like, we still believe, the Huskers, like the fans are still rallying behind you. We can do something special, and it's almost every single day where I'm getting messages and stuff from someone, so it's awesome to have.
What do you think you might be doing in 10 years?
In 10 years?
Yeah.
Hopefully playing basketball at a high level. About to retire.
With a lot of money.
With a lot of money.
What's your plan about 10 months? Where do you think you'll be after the season's over? You have your degree in hands. What's next on the agenda?
I gotta get a job, I guess.
You stick around here? You gonna go back home?
I'm definitely not going home. Too many distractions and stuff back home. I gotta stay here. I gotta focus. I gotta work. Just keep getting better, and then I gotta get a job somewhere.